welcome back to the screen. My name is here. Hi, I am the Great Green Knuckle Seizure. I'm on the wrong part. That's because I'm sitting over here by the studio PC. Anyway, we play Dungeons and Dragons, and right now Jordo's in the hot seat. He's driving the bus. Let's see. This is episode 10 of. See, you went up too high. See, now I guess now it has cables.
It's true.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because, yeah, it kind of cuts your head off.
Yeah, it cuts the top.
How weird. Here.
Because we used to flip it, you know.
I know. Let's do this. Let's see if I can
tighten the cable.
Just run some cables behind it.
Let's run this cable behind it.
Yeah.
Because that's the audio cable.
Does it get the end? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's better.
That's
Yeah,
close
it's
enough.
better.
Yeah, it's close enough. Yeah.
Close enough for government work.
So, anyway, yeah, it's Jordo's campaign. This is episode 10 of TwinSpire Ep10. And, yeah, there we go.
When last we left our heroes, they had started their day questioning a villainous person, which, I mean, they found out that he was just there working the corner for some money. You know, he was like, I don't want what you guys are selling, so please do not put the pointy end inside of me.
We're selling death, and for you, it's cheap today.
Yes. Although I think Jimna got a little carried away with that.
Jemna didn't really stick to the plan, so here we are.
Jemna's more sticking with the pointy end kind of person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they decided to say, hey, we know that people are here right now, there's nobody over at the crater, so we're actually going to pull the old switcheroo on the DM and go over to the crater instead. So they decided to go check out a crater, which is how we get this fancy map.
Yep.
They came in and checked this map out. They know that this was a giant crater. They came over and inspected this tower because they thought, hey, this is the most important piece according to other backstory, that it fit the angles of a star pattern that's been important to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they came and checked out this tower, and it was a completely smooth, you could probably see the hairline of the actual bricks, but it was still just a perfectly smooth cylinder all the way to the top. He's a giant spider, and he climbed up there and did his little spidery bits on it.
Yeah. His pedipalps.
Yep. And after that, they were like, man, that's really important. Let's look for something. Nico sent his mouse around there. They couldn't find anything. So Deckard Cain did his fantastic Deckard Cain ability to seismic read, and he found there's a thing right here that you can't see.
Here, look on the thing. No, look over there.
Oh.
Does it look right?
There's a giant. This camera's in the way.
Oh.
It'll work though. But there's they're in the crater, and they basically have a half, whatever this is, a 2D cutout, a section view that there's actually part of the tower is buried and has labyrinth style and a pathway up to that tower. So it's just a general sketch of what he saw the best he could, and then they got a fancy,
He sent his
hey,
eye.
we should go dig underneath one of these things, and they got a full-on map of what actually...
Go down a little bit.
Yeah, perfect. What actually was there. So they dropped down up here, technically would be the level above this one, that they pulled the dirt out to. And then they came down, he took his eye down here and did a little scout. They saw that there was just a bunch of...
Magic floating eye.
Magic floating eye. Kilrog's floating eye. Hi, Boo. How's my doggo? Doggo. There is a bunch of just ransacked bookshelves and crap over there. Some empty crates. They went down to the next one. They saw that there was actually tables that actually had everything laid out of what was being transported. He went down. There were some doors that weren't there in the previous thing, and now there are. And he's gone through and inspected these secret areas. So this is what we will be fully inspecting tonight.
Yes, my eye gave us the basic outline of what's down there.
Yeah.
Well, Falco's going to say, looks like there's nothing here. Let's go back to the building.
What do you think we're gonna do? We'll do the opposite.
Yeah, if this is what he planned, let's go back and murder some people back at the...
I vote we go back to the inn.
It took me...
Yeah. Let's just
Let's
go back to the...
cherries and
I
berries.
left my wallet.
Yeah.
I left my wallet.
Just have a few drinks, get back on the ship,
Are you using a different headset today, Joe?
Yes,
Okay.
because my other one went through the washer.
Aw, big sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you sound funny different. You sound different on this call this time. That's why we're noticing.
Do you want me
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's
all
no big
good.
deal.
to? Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's not you.
We were
It's,
just, it
it's
sounds
just the,
different, so I was like, that's
like
weird.
your voice sounds a little lower than it normally sounds.
It sounds low.
Oh.
So they decided to check that out, and then they said, hey, it's about, 5 or 6, 7, whatever it was, where they were like, let's find a place to set up camp, and then watch them as they come over and see what they do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to stay there. Jemna went all sneaky mode. She put on her ghillie suit, stood in the grass. People were doing patrols, and she watched them do exactly what the group thought they would do, which is go right to that hole, dig it out. They actually had a person using mold earth, so that way they basically just cleared a perfect path in, so that way it wasn't
Look, it's stairs.
really hard. Yeah,
Right.
they basically just made stairs and went in there. They took crates in there, and then people came out and they left with their crates.
Mm-hmm.
And then the party was going to take a long rest. I didn't
On the
know
side
if
of the cliff.
they decided to go to the side of the cliff and do that.
Yeah. Because I think I did the long rest before we...
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Before we left last time.
Yep. That's what the plan
Yeah,
was.
that's what was the plan. We were going to go back to the safety of the cliffs
Right.
And then
go back
prepare for our...
and then prepare for the morning.
Right.
Because we knew they wouldn't be there in the morning.
Right.
And then come back in the morning.
And then you never decided if you were going to do your thing or not.
Well, it depends on how... Obviously, when we were talking about the rooms and things, I saw stuff in there.
Yep.
So then, normally I would say, yes, I want to
This way they can actually see
do my...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, yes, I wanted to do that with the discretion of the DM if I'm wanting to do some research on comparative research on things that I saw down there with
Okay.
things that may be in there. So if that works or
Yeah, 'cause
you
it'll-
think will be helpful, then that's what I want to do, because obviously there were things written on walls, there were artifacts that I saw, and I wanted to spend my research time doing research as I rest.
You're probably going to get the same results as if we were to just go through it
That's fine.
as a group now.
That's
So
fine.
if there's other questions you wish to ask about other stuff, if you have other curiosities that go, I've been meaning to ask about this, but it's been lower tier.
No, I don't have anything like that. Everything that all my questions are directly related to this stuff.
Okay. That is perfectly fine. So then, yeah. Then we will take a long rest and
Long
begin
rest.
in the morning. So, you know what that means, boys.
Random encounter!
On the face of the cliff.
A
Andrew-
giant spider rips you all out.
Yeah.
Let me get my number.
You're attacked by a sea monster squid creature comes and like pulls you out and like slings you into the ground below.
Hit me, Joe.
84.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Which dice set should I use, Joe? 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah.
Just pick one. 1, 2, or 3.
I like it.
2.
2. All right. Oh. 27.
Your new thingamajigger.
42.
What do you mean my new thingamajigger?
Your new.
Oh, the printy thing?
Yeah. Does it have an official name?
It's. That was 23. So. Still wasn't 42.
Okay, well, you know.
But good on you. No, this is a test print 3D dice tower box thing. We are not really as much as Jordan is working on. But
Working on it together. You're printing.
It's got a edge here. It's got it doesn't have a face here, but it's got a place for things to tumble. You've got this little removable tray that snaps in here. The whole thing hinges closed. Once this has a faceplate on it, you'll see that, and then you would have the ability to drop dice this way. But of course, you can see that they roll through and bounce off. And so, if it were to sit here underneath the thing, and you were to drop dice, you can see that it rolls your dice for you. Anyway, it's a thing. All FDM printed on that. Version 1.1 coming soon. Alright, so that didn't work. We still haven't found the cool thing.
Yeah.
Which is not shocking to me, considering the number changes every time.
Yep. I try and get it closer.
We're rolling randomly.
I put it in the middle this time.
Well, we can't fall into gambler's fallacy. The chances of hitting it are the same every time, regardless if the number changes or not.
That's true. That's true. We always have a chance in hell. Or really, since we're both rolling, we have 2 chances in hell.
Yeah.
2 is better than 1. Okay. So I assume it's daylight now, and we're able to mosey.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
And nobody else knows any magic but me, right? Like, I'm the only caster.
I cast.
Do you happen to have Mold Earth? Because that would be awesome.
Doesn't Michael have some?
He
As
has
well?
limited, I think, but he does have some. I'm not sure.
He's got Pally Power?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has Pally Power.
I think he has a teleport something.
Oh, that's right, because he's got that monk.
Yeah.
He
But it's
doesn't
some
have
shadow.
Oh, he's a monk. My bad.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got the monk
It's like shadow step or something. Yeah.
stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Okay, but nobody does Mold Earth. I was like,
No.
hey, that would be awesome here.
Oh yeah.
But at least we know where to dig.
Yeah. I can change into what's a burrow? I could find a burrowing
A
creature.
mole?
Yeah.
A mole? It better be a giant mole.
There actually is. There actually
A
is.
gopher?
I think it's
Mole rat?
I was thinking more like track excavator.
Yeah.
Mole king?
or it's a giant.
It's not an animal.
Let's see. A giant badger can burrow 10 feet at a time.
Yeah.
There you go. So now you're gonna be a giant badger for us?
Badger? Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
that'd
they're
be-
the badger moles. They did the first earthbending. Come on now.
I don't know if that'd be worth it though, because they're pretty. Yeah, they're pretty low.
Come on, Joe. Give me something. All right.
Badger.
Mushroom.
Snake!
I love it. We're weird here. We love it.
Badger, mushroom.
Where is my?
You remember that video, right? On YouTube? What?
I don't.
I think we pulled it up.
Open up YouTube and type in badger.
Oh,
My encounters. There it is. I'm sitting there looking for it.
we definitely pulled it up. You'll remember when you see it.
It didn't stick to my brain.
Good.
Then you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. First thing.
That thing?
Yep, play that.
Oh no, it's your game
your text, Joe.
I hate YouTube ads.
Oh,
They're the worst.
Can we stream a YouTube video?
Maybe if we cover it over with our voices, yada 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 yada.
I'm reacting to it.
Mushroom. It's not being streamed, just the audio. Mushroom.
Deckard,
Yes?
one of those gems that you're inspecting appears to match one of the gems in my weapon.
What?
Yeah.
How have I...
I'm really surprised you told him right off the bat.
I was a little hesitant to let you know because I'm sure you'll be taking my weapon to investigate it, but I do remember in the cave how when I lost my hammer, you created another for me.
But I wasn't aware that I had conjured such a gem with such a thing. Perhaps you hand it here temporarily. But I promise, at least for now, I'll give it back in its current state. I just need to look at it for just a moment.
As long as you conjure me one in the meantime for emergencies.
We're standing right here. I'm right here. I'm not taking the weapon
You
from...
never know what can happen.
You're about to.
You have magic.
Okay. The
What if
next
this
time...
place is trapped and a door starts falling and I have to put my hammer under it to stop it? Lest we be separated.
Okay. I don't know if I have another weapon on me. Okay,
Can't
I
you
guess...
pull one out of your butt?
Yeah, I just, like, bend over.
Conjure.
Conjure.
Is that how magic
See, at
works?
the time when you made this, you didn't know
It's a pocket.
the
image.
magic gem you once held.
Right. I didn't realize the power of what I was putting in his...
Yes, you put the sapphire one in his weapon.
Okay.
Say bye-bye to Joe's weapon!
That's alright, I have 2 weapons remaining.
I was waiting for this dilemma. I even texted him, I was like, just so you know, this is what you see. If you tell him, he will destroy your weapon. That is what the text to him said.
I know. I was like, I gotta get that out of there.
We could learn some magic. Nice beauty, my hammer. You can have it.
Yes, but...
Oh, the dilemmas we put into games.
For now,
What's the dilemma?
I'll let you carry it for right now. But when we have more time, I may need to retrieve that from you. Just know that while it may be precious to you, it's very precious to me.
What? So, Mr. Dungeon Master, what is this room that we're in made of? Is it stone?
Yeah, I mean, you're in a cave. You're in a cutout on a cave, side of the cliff.
Okay. I want to look around and find a rock about this big.
You find a rock that big.
Alright. I will bring that rock and a torch to Mr. Deckard Kane. Deckard, could you mend my hammer?
I like the way you think, sir. I do believe I could probably mend this particular hammer.
Alright. Then you can have this other one.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Alright, so you'll go back to having a regular hammer. I don't know where that is in weapons. I no longer have your Frostbrand. And Dave
Question.
Alright.
will
Oh, I
now...
haven't been using it anyway.
If you
I wasn't using it anyways.
Well, I forgot that it's plus D6 fire.
Plus D6 cold.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
if it helps him in any way, I have an ability called Thorn Whip that it creates a long vine-like whip that's covered in thorns, and I'm thinking if we could wrap that in that.
But I think it's a magical thorn whip and then gone. I don't think it just stays out there.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. It just says it's a vine-like. I create a
Is it a
long
spell?
vine-like whip. Yes.
Then
It's
it
like
goes
poison
away.
I appreciate it, but I could see myself becoming tangled in this fight.
Okay.
I'm stuck in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah.
Is that interesting? So now you no longer have to roll percentile dice. I was hoping you would sit on that information for a little bit and be like, hey, just so you know, back when we were over...
It's info. Deckard is the info master.
I don't know how
If I have information and I don't give it to him, he'll likely kill me.
It's like you know him too well.
I'm not quite that bad. I cannot. It's weird. It's like D&D Beyond is messed up.
That's too funny.
It's not even showing. I can't even look up my own people on a frickin' phone. It's like it. It's like it.
Too much coffee.
I don't know what is going on.
You know what I'm saying? But, alright, well that was...
Okay, so but if that's true, then I'm just gonna open up my bag and I'm just gonna do a little. Ah, yes, just as I suspected.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's those two. I don't have the third one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be all like, yes, 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 yes.
After dismantling his weapon in front of him. I got... Do what, Joe?
Just over and over. Yes.
Well, what I'm saying is that's I now have half of what I'm looking for.
And I help.
And I helped.
You did. And that's important because
Now I can keep you alive.
it gives me more capability. I have a
See?
sneaking
Even
suspicion.
my sacrifice was self-serving.
Yes, well, I have a sneaking suspicion that what you and I are accumulating is perhaps the sum is greater than the parts. This is a thing we should continue. Because if I understand what I'm getting ready to do, that's a big deal.
Yep.
Alright, for the stream, for those following, I just passed off a Frostbrand sword flavored as a warhammer
Yes.
for a rock on a stick.
And there were, instead of a piece of wood that you see here, this is the imagery or the shape, at least, you know, of the gem that was inside it, and it's made of sapphire, right? So just understand that I have two others of these that are made of,
We have seen this before.
that have other gems. I have one made of amethyst and one of malachite, and this third one is sapphire.
Okay.
And
Go to your crater just a little.
like this.
Crater, yeah.
So, you know, you can see it has this kind of roughly W shape. And these parts, when I have all six, they will create something that's, again, the greater sum of its parts. We'll just leave it at that for now. Because I know what it does.
Yeah.
But it's important, I promise.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It's the Triforce.
I'm
You
good.
just-
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just.
What?
Yeah, I'm good.
She's gassy.
I have like.
It's okay, I can't smell anything, so you just go right ahead. You just rip them. You do your worst, man. You're not going to offend me. You may gas the rest of the
Whenever
people.
I'm next to her, I'm like, sorry, Loretta. She's like, ah.
I have like really bad sunburn right now, and it just like
I'm
as
sorry.
soon as I sat down, I started feeling it. It's okay.
Chandler went, what day was it? He went to the lake and rode sea-doos and stuff. Lost his glasses in the lake. But yeah, he came back wicked sunburned. Like, holy cow. Ever hear of sunscreen?
Yeah, it's like
I mean,
it's like really bad.
yeah, he is super, super red.
Yeah.
Like
It's hard to see it.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
right
worse.
here.
Yeah,
You can see it. It's like going up there. You're like, oh.
Yeah, no. When I put sunblock
So
on, I just
the way
did.
she did the sunblock was like this, rather than rubbing it on
Rather than
all around.
the spreading,
Yeah, and I asked her.
we
I
did the
said,
wiping, not the spreading.
exactly. I said, do you want me to help? Because you can get the back of your arms too.
She's like, no,
I'm good.
I know what you're wanting.
yeah.
Like, no, I know you're. That's
And
just
then-
an excuse.
Yeah, and then I see her walking back in, and she has this streak of white and then red on the front and back on both sides. And I'm like, you missed a spot.
Oh, sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So, do you remember the Reese's Pieces sunscreen application method?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Just
He goes,
just
Who was that?
our friend Reese Jackson.
Oh
He just
gosh.
Little on the front, little on
That's
the back.
pretty much
We're
what
good.
I did. Is like
Yeah.
I
You guys
put
remember
some
Reese?
here
Jackson?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I put some here, and
I
I,
just wasn't
literally
making the
just went
connection.
like this, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I spent so many years out in the sun that I've never burned.
Well,
Like,
for the
I've
longest
never
time,
burned.
she thought she didn't need any sunscreen, and I told her, I was like,
That's
you
fallacy.
do either way. Like, even if you think you don't burn, you still need sunscreen.
Yep.
Something.
Keeps you away from
And-
skin cancer.
Yep.
For us,
Oh, I get it.
white, pasty
although,
folks.
apparently, they say that the chemicals accumulate in your system and cause cancer. So,
Ugh.
damned if you do, be damned if you don't.
Exactly.
Well, if I'm gonna have cancer, I don't want to look like a piece of leather. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's-
just call
that's
it good
the
on that.
reason.
I don't want to look like leather.
I
Yeah.
played tennis for so long, and I never wore sunblock
Sure.
that my body, like, I don't know, but I never have burned. And this
And-
time,
You have burned. It's just
well,
It
I
just-
haven't burned
you
that
just
bad in
burned
a
badly.
long
Right.
time.
No, I get that.
Okay.
All right.
what do we
So,
want to do?
Do
I
we-
want- I want to. We want to head back here. We want to dig a hole, and
To the barns.
and we want to. We want Bothram to walk down first.
Walk down.
Walk
So-
down into this underground first layer where these disarray and empty boxes were.
Ooh, we could.
All right. What's
the opposite
what's
side
the
of that?
lighting like?
Is the barns.
The barns.
We don't have a third one, do we?
Well, I can split these apart, and there's a sand and a rock.
If we want to.
oh.
Either that, or I can get
Fancy.
the 11x17 ones out.
She pulled these little plastic things off.
That's so fancy.
Yeah, so that way Joe can actually see where we're going.
Then, if we flip this
Joke.
over, it becomes stone.
What's that?
That's actually really cool how many maps we have.
That is
How
really cool.
about that?
So I'll let
So,
you
we can
drive,
just- What am I driving?
because then I can't do that one.
Okay.
Let's just do it. 20 circle. Just put it as far towards you as we can. You know?
Okay. 20.
Yeah. That looks about 20. 20 diameter. What do you think? 25 maybe?
Sure, I'm just going into the corner.
That works for me.
Let me add to this little line a little bit so
Yeah,
I
I
can
can-
actually see.
I brought you some more colors.
And a bronze straw.
Okay.
For that good.
All right. So that's the first one. Do we need 3 of these then?
Yeah. Because we'll do the 2,
Yep.
layer 2, and then we'll put the one in the middle. I think we might have to go onto the other paper at some point, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Subalthrum, you'll be digging this hole along with your badger mole here. I'm assuming that's what you went into, or are you even transforming today?
I don't think I'm going to transform yet.
Okay.
I'm going to save mine.
So then, everybody, you'll dig down to where you think the staircase entrance is. You'll hit a tunk, and you'll dig up. Basically, they put a rock over the hole so that way they could get back down in there without dumping dirt into it below. So you dig that out, and you get in there. It's dark. You just have the light of your hole right now.
As far as dark vision, I guess we could see. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to see fine there.
Okay.
It's just as
It's
you
dark.
continue down, you're gonna have less
Light. Yeah.
So you'll enter that area. You'll see boxes, some crate boxes to your left that are empty, and to the right there is just a bunch of broken wood and a mishmash of table parts and chairs and just a bunch of the like broken crap that they had to sift through to get into this area. And that is all that is on this level.
So basically this right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are doing L1 over there for,
Okay.
if you can see
Is
the
it?
map next to Derek.
You can be Vanna White.
Yeah. Vanna, please point to the circle that we are in, and you get the square. Okay. So there's nothing on that level if you want to signal or whatever you want to talk and do.
All right. I think we should keep going.
So, from my understanding, what are we doing?
We are going to go down from level 1 to 2 to 3. We're following basically what my eye saw down through these levels, mainly because we need to go put real eyes on target down to this ladder and something that goes up into that tower. That's
Right.
I mean, obviously we need eyes on target for seeing if there's any, outside of dark vision. I mean, I can pull up and throw a torch. I'm pretty sure I have torches.
Yeah, I think I do.
Because we were getting ready to do it last week.
I can
and
like,
then we had to
always
go
light
back.
my hammer.
There you go.
He drilled it so that way you can actually add fuel through the bottom and can turn on fire.
There you go.
It's a butane.
It's a
butane
butane
torch. It's like click, click.
Like
It'll
an
add
Olympic
two-
torch.
A D4's worth of fire damage if you have it lit.
There you go.
Shit.
He's like, yeah.
Might as well. I mean, it's gonna cost you fuel, so you're gonna have to figure out. We'll have to figure that out. But let's say you have
No.
4. You're like, no, I don't want to track.
So,
No.
so I don't have any torches, but I have a lamp. So I can light, basically like an oil lamp glass. What do you call those? They're not called
Kerosene
lamps, are they?
can.
Yeah,
Lamp.
it's like a
Okay.
kerosene,
lamp.
like kerosene oil lamp.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll go ahead and light my lamp. So that'll use the rest of my oil because that's all the oil I had.
All right.
But that should be good. I forget how long oil
Burns.
burns. Let's see. That just says how to use a flask if I'm trying to hurt somebody with it. Okay, so burns for 6 hours on a flask of oil. So my lamp will run for 6 hours.
And so will his hammer.
So we've got this oil lamp, so at least we have the ability to see, in color
Yeah.
down there as we're walking around.
Okay. So I'm assuming you'll all go down to the first level.
Yeah.
You'll say it's all clear, and then make your way to the second level.
And it's bright light for a 15-foot radius and dim for an additional 30 foot radius.
Okay.
And everyone
So-
has dark vision here, so
Right, I'm just saying
I
it.
have torches.
I'm just saying within 15 feet of wherever I am, we can pass the line. We can actually, it's bright light, so we'll be able to see in color and read, and we won't have to worry about what it is we see.
Right.
Okay. So you'll make it to the next floor. You'll go down, and there's 4 tables there,
Mm-hmm.
and that's basically their. I thought you grabbed the straw. I was like, all right.
It's good. Yeah.
Shove it up my nose.
There's gonna be 4 tables there, and there's gonna be all sorts of useful loot from what you can tell. There's a bunch of books, scrolls, gems, wizarding tools, if you will, like the old Bunsen burners styles, the whole and it's got the spiral thing and drips down.
Oh, okay.
That lines all of these tables.
Okay. So I probably can't take too much with me, or will reveal where they're here, but I'll keep note that
You want to go through any of
their
them?
products. Well, obviously, I want to spend a few minutes at it, but I don't want to necessarily make everybody sit on their thumbs for an hour while I tinker with all of the little bits. But if there's stuff that's more obviously used, if there's a small portable brazier, kind of a thing where you could, put incense in it and do stuff.
Yeah, there's like a Bunsen burner, like the Coleman things that they would light to do stuff if you want one of those. You go over to where they're keeping their scrolls. You're going to find a light cantrip, a mind spike cantrip, level 1 spell catapult, and level 2 spike growth.
Okay.
Ooh,
All spell scrolls.
that's handy.
Okay. What? Light cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one?
Mind spike cantrip.
Mind spike.
Ooh.
Okay.
Catapult, which is a level 1 spell,
Okay.
and then spike growth, which is a level 2.
Yeah. Great. Yes, those will get rolled up.
We'll take
Put
those
those
away.
in, but I'm not going to fully read them. I'm just going to read the title. Go. Oh, that's what that
That's what that is. Yeah. You'll find some documents that matched your ones up top with the Herodric, and it's more of a, I would say it's a vellum paper, you know what I'm talking about, to where it's a more translucent,
Right.
and it's got different towers on it, like different tower levels of how he constructed this building. There's
Okay.
also like, how do you, scrapbooks, you know how they have the fancy, you can staple out a star, the hole punch?
Mm-hmm.
It's got fancy hole punches in the corners. So you're imagining you have 3 sheets, you might need more. And you see that there's random strikes of line in them. Like that is in blank areas. So there'd be like a couple lines like that. Like if this were to be the map, there's just
Are we all
couple
seeing
lines.
this?
Yeah, I mean, if you
I wonder
go
if-
look at them.
But different. But now in each corner, are they different symbols in each corner,
Yeah.
or are they all the
Do we
same
recognize the
symbol in each
marking?
corner?
Let's just say there's a heart in the top right and a square in the top left on the 3 sheets that you have.
Okay.
Maybe it's some sort of signature or something. I don't know.
I really think this is more about proper alignment. This has something to do with aligning the
Pages.
pages to make sure that the things line up. I show.
Good. Yeah.
So you'll get the peak one, whatever the peak one, and it'll say 8. And then you'll get another one that says 6, and it's a circle tower, and then 5, and it's another circle. I'm assuming you already figured out what you're trying to do, but get on you.
Where is the?
Oh, you went that far. Nice. How many
documents we have, we can see that Vezia's original spire had 5 levels above ground. We know from our research there are 3 levels underground. Therefore,
I just dabbed so hard.
This page 8 is referencing the 8th spire when gone from the original floor, which is 2 floors under us. So we're on level 3 now. I also have levels 5 and 6. So that would be this level and this level. We're missing 7 and 4. We can see 1, 2, and 3 because that's where we're walking around. So we're obviously looking for at least 2 more pages like this that have this
level
square, star, patterny, whatever. And I have a suspicion that if we can find all of the sheets, that we could stack them on top of one another and look through them all and see some additional image. That's what I think.
So you're explaining this to your friends?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm explaining, like, this is what I think. I think that's what these mean, and I think this is how we align them, and I think that's what it's showing us something when we see them all. So the question is, can we find the rest of the pages?
Are you guys going to take more time to look around here?
I'm going to. Can I roll, like, Super God Mode Investigate?
Yes, you may. Everyone can roll investigation. Boys, let's do it!
I need to...
Someone please put on their investigatory hat.
Let's see. Skill.
Oh, I crit.
You crit your pants!
Did you crit your pants?
I critted my pants, which is just a flat 20. I don't have any bonus.
Yeah, I got an 8. Not very good.
I'll give you 1 for Joe's.
I just got a 10 that time. That
I
dice.
don't really know what I'm looking at though, so I'll just be like,
He's like,
Look at this.
look, this paper has a square and a heart. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes, damn it.
Decker, could that piece that was sitting outside the crater, could that be one of the levels that is missing?
Which piece are you talking about? Like on that other map, this, like
Right,
these pieces
right.
over here?
Right.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Well, no. This tower.
This?
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's not this.
Okay.
I think this is. I think that if we find the sheets and we align them, that this thing, so I'm going to hold up some of the pages that we have and kind of show them through the light and go, see how they're trying. Some of these lines are starting to kind of come together. I think this is going to give us some information about either that tower or how we get into that tower.
Yeah. Okay.
There's going to be something. I don't know what, but there's he hid some information in plain sight. Right?
Okay.
So the plans themselves are for the construction. Obviously the tower's like built in offset sections.
Right.
And so there is an alignment. I think they have to be stacked, and then they may need to be
Turned.
I mean, we don't know, but they
Right.
might need to be rotated like these other pieces because they're offset. So there may be some amount of offset that we have to do in order to figure out what this image is. But
I feel like this reminds me of like an episode of MacGyver.
This is a common hiding technique used by others that I've done research on.
Okay.
so
This smells somewhat familiar.
Good. All right.
I am glad you see it my way.
well, I think that's what
What was
that's what
that
I'm seeing.
voice? Did you guys hear?
That was my ass. Sometimes my ass talks like I do.
That's where my Warhammer came from.
Pocket dimension.
Yes.
Prison pocket dimension.
Prison bucket dimension.
So you'll find level 1.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe got you level 1. You'll also find more books on spell divination research, if you want those.
Oh, yes. I want everything. Okay, that's interesting. So on this floor, we found 1,
No,
8,
no,
5, and 6.
no, everything's been on level 2. Level
Oh, we're
1,
here.
yeah, you guys are on level.
So 1, 5, 6, and 8 have been here.
It's Michael. Hold on. Here's that.
So we need. So this is really wrong. This is actually level 1. Now that we know what's going on,
Interesting.
because it's from the bottom to the top. This is actually
The first.
the level 1.
Yeah.
According to his map, that's level 1.
Right.
And
so
this
then
is
that
level-
should be level 3.
Level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is level 3. I can't draw with these. I'm broken.
Now some of the debris that's kind of littered around the crater, I wonder if that could be part of the, like, one of the levels.
Well, I'm definitely convinced. I mean,
Maybe.
there were 5 full levels above ground
Right.
that had been basically obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
So the content of those 5 levels are somewhere,
Right.
but I don't think they're that.
Right.
Unless somehow
If they
those
stored it
5
in there.
levels like arrange themselves into a cylinder.
I don't know. We can't get in there, so.
Right, we can't
Who
get
knows
it. So
what's
that's
in there.
possible. That's possible.
What?
But it didn't have a pointy top, so I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it is. But it is
True.
possible that this tower that we're trying to get into is the 5.
Right.
I mean, it is possible that it is 5 offset towers aligned themselves and then somehow scooted over. Although I doubt that, but it is possible.
Yeah.
All ideas are good ideas at this point because we don't know anything.
Yeah.
So now that we know this is actually level 1, I relabeled this level 1 and this level 2 and this level 3 so that we actually know where we're at in the Fezier reference frame.
Fair enough.
All right, so at least for now, it feels like we've gotten the stuff that we need to off of level 2.
Do note that there is still value on those tables. Like
Glassware and things of the nature.
there's some gems, there's books, there's documents on Fezier, stuff like that.
Do any of the books look to have any kind of, like, druidic symbols or anything that I would recognize?
Roll for persuasion. And persuade
Persuasion.
me. There's a book there.
Is there anything under the tables, on the floor, or anything? No.
Nope.
It's all just
This
on
is
the tables.
this is the staging area of
Okay.
what's going next.
Okay.
17.
Yes.
That's a good idea because there is wonky plant activity happening
That's,
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
with the trees.
Okay.
There is a
You would know, right? If you're planty.
I mean, somewhat. I'm more of the animal side of it, but
He's of the moon.
yeah. But I mean, I brew tea, so you know.
Delicious tea
Yeah.
or deadly poison.
Yeah.
Oh, big sad. The creators for Avatar, they backed out of the live action one.
What?
Yeah, they wanted more and more money, and Netflix was like, nah. And then they wanted to hire white people, and Netflix was like, nah.
So they backed out, and now everyone, there's a
Aw.
hashtag cancel Netflix Avatar The Last Airbender.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's crazy that you guys have such a big fan base to turn like that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, the directors have never done anything live action, so it makes sense that, like, they're struggling. But
Well,
they should do it or nobody.
there was a movie
Yeah.
though.
Which
I mean,
was
Yeah,
terrible.
it was
Yeah.
god awful, most
Yeah.
terrible abortion that ever happened.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
We don't speak of that. Like,
But I mean, were they trying to make it like that? Basically,
No.
tell was it Aang's story?
yeah, they were gonna do basically a live action version of the cartoon.
The
Like, they
original
were gonna do it right. Yeah.
Man, that would have been cool.
Eddie!
What's up?
Hey, baby puppy. Baby puppy dog.
He's like,
I am 100% terrified right now.
Baby
what?
puppy doggy.
What's up?
She doesn't even see.
Puppers. Puppers.
Just like,
Libby says she's not speaking to Derek and Loran.
Do what? I didn't hear.
You what?
She said she's not speaking to you guys.
Okay.
She's not speaking to you two.
Oh.
Oh!
till they buy the house.
Until yeah.
Oh, because they're not coming over.
I know. Because they're not coming over tomorrow. Don't be sad.
What, are you guys going to be down there?
No. Well, Derek's mom is coming up.
She's serious.
Derek's mom is coming up too tomorrow.
Nice. So,
So where's
I
Derek?
guess what she said.
Yuli? He's a big boy, so I
That's
don't
the
think
thing.
they picked him up. Yeah,
So
pick
it's like,
Yuli up, Libby.
don't they have it's big black dog, right?
Joe's like, don't even say anything right now.
It's big.
Libby like comes in there.
Like, you're a big dog.
No.
So yeah, I understand that there's probably like I get that there's probably some value here, but my concern is if we disturb too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
My fear is if we're like, I want to loot this place out of its
Right.
eyes,
They'll
then
know.
people will be like,
Right.
weren't there
Well,
like
they also don't care about books and stuff.
right? So we
Yeah.
can take the books and papers, I think, but if we take gems,
Yeah.
especially if you take glassware, like if they've got, if there's like
Well,
alembics and
anything down here they haven't explored yet, right? Because if there's gems and glassware and stuff of value, you'd think they would have taken everything of value already. So who
Does-
are they to know if it was ever here?
I mean, does it seem like the stuff's been moved or used recently? Like, are the
Yeah, the tables are clean. There's no dust on them. Like this.
Okay.
Is
Okay, that's
definitely-
kind of
okay.
Yeah, it seems
Oh,
like the staging
okay,
area.
leave it.
Yeah.
So it does seem like people have all of this has
Maintained
been
it.
maintained.
Yeah,
down here.
that is
Okay.
man done.
Is there any like appearance that anything has been done to the walls? Like notches put in the walls?
I wouldn't say
holes?
notches or anything, but you do see more cracks and stuff from the explosion. Like it is definitely the ceiling sunk in just a little, you know, more on one
Okay.
side than the other. It's no longer the perfect cylindrical.
But nobody tried to hide
discs.
anything in the walls or anything like that.
You can investigate and see.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna,
with-
I'm gonna investigate.
With that book,
That's gonna
what
be a
was
no.
it? What was it that
What?
I found? The book.
Your
Just-
druidic book?
Mhm.
You'll find out next time.
Okay. Okay.
Full of level 9 spells.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get to use them. You're just gonna get to drool on them.
There we go. There we go.
You have to give me
For the rest of the campaign.
more than 10 minutes of
You're good.
not thinking about it.
You're good.
No, but I'll throw it into the campaign at some
All right.
point.
All right.
Okay. Well, then I guess we should probably adventure down to level 1.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
I'm letting Baltham go first. I'm not going down a hole. I know better.
I lead on with
I squish much too easily.
I'm an old man. Don't make me go first.
Okay. You will get to the bottom, and Baltham, you'll know as soon as you get down there and see the circular patterns on the floor that is very similar, but on a much grander scale to Kane's symbols that he draws on the floor whenever he goes out.
But on a grander scale.
So, like, yours is...
Deckard, there would appear to be a magical trap right here.
Yeah. So, you know how yours is the 5-foot circle? This is the whole floor.
Oh, wow.
On level 1, so it's taking up the
Yeah,
whole.
this whole, like, if you want to draw some circles and symbols. Actually, let me draw it real quick. Just because it'll be more fun this way.
Oh, I want your hand drawing all over this.
Derek already sees it. Don't you, Derek?
Oh yeah. Oh, now I can just see it from.
You don't see it?
Oh.
It's the coronavirus.
Yeah. We all need PPE before we go.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Deckard, can you summon N95 and
Or
gloves? Maybe some hazmat suits.
We'll just do that.
Stick figure sitting down.
Alright. So, is everyone going down to the floor, or how are we doing this? I'm assuming you're still on the staircase.
No, I gave
The fist?
really, yeah.
Like, wait a minute, this looks funny. So I'm just gonna look up.
I called it Deckard. I said, Deckard, there appears to be this magic trap right here. And I'll let him do his magic with the timing.
I'm like, I'm not sure this is a trap. It could be, but
And your staircases. Right
yeah,
here,
what I'm
you know what I mean?
what I'm thinking is that this is a more powerful summoning circle. Like, this is where you would stage more intense ritual magic.
Ooh.
I don't. My first blush is that this is not a trap.
What is it, Deckard?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a larger summoning circle of some kind. But it looks a lot like on our map,
I was like, it looks familiar.
Yeah.
on our previous map, this looks a lot like the north, south, east, west stuff that we did.
You need this one.
Oh, I need that one?
Mm-hmm.
See, it looks more like
Yes.
The compass.
pages, the compass rose.
Uh-huh.
So it looks more like a compass rose, almost like there's some kind of a.
Oh, like maybe this is a map room?
Mm-hmm.
It's either a map room or helps you
Orient.
orient
Yeah,
your
it's more
spells,
like-
like if you were aiming magic somehow.
Or like constellations?
Mm.
We're seeing constellations?
Oh, maybe it could be a constellation, like it's the right ascension declination.
It could be. I just don't know that it lines up with any of the constellations that we've,
I
you
don't
know.
know.
I don't know that it's precision drawn well enough
No.
to say that it draws up. So
It's true.
as we
Well, I
look
don't
at
think
this,
it could be astronomy because we are underground right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think the directional idea is that is very similar.
in the cursory look, you know, from what we're seeing, and we see this, do I notice a direct pattern that I have seen before, like this compass rose? Does it match this compass rose?
You would say
Obviously,
it is,
your hand in 4 seconds may not be able to reproduce that. So
it is
is
not the
this-
identical one,
okay, that,
but it is similar.
okay.
Like it is one of those, but it's not one of those at the same time.
So it has something to do with alignment. It has something to do with position.
Right.
Right. What the position of is, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, so it does appear to be something that is referencing position.
What's up?
Hello.
guys?
Not much.
Alright, I'm here.
How's David Sherry?
They're awesome. They're good to visit with. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Okay. So I'm gonna catch you up as quickly as I can.
Please and thank you.
All right. We
Pee if you need to. Now's the time.
slept.
Okay.
Last I left, we were out at.
We were out on the cliffs sleeping.
Oh, we came. That's right. Okay.
Went to the cliffs and slept. We came back.
it's morning. No one's here. We dug down. We dug down into the top level where the empty boxes are and the little disarray thing is.
Okay.
Then we went down to level 2, which is where there are some ordered tables, right, with stuff on them.
Okay.
You got your hand slapped by Arwen for trying to take gems off the table. Just so you know.
Okay. That's something I would do. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, you were like, gems, and she's like, nope, and you're just like,
We had
and
a
you grabbed
discussion
one or
about
two, and she's like, fine.
we've had kind of discussion about how much we should disturb this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But in that we found all kinds of books and stuff. I found some, kind of onion paper, vellum type sheets. You can kind of translucent. You kind of see through it.
Okay.
They are plans for Fezier's Tower.
Very cool.
We found sheets 1, 5, 6, and 8.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna dab right here because I just threw out 8 as a number, and it worked out perfect.
Oh, nice.
so the 8th, the one that's marked 8, is you can tell it's the top with the roof and all that. And there are 5 stories above, and there are 3 stories below.
Okay.
So when we say L1 there, it's actually L3, and
Yeah, we can
L3
change
is
that real quick.
L1 because we now know that based
1,
on
2, 3.
because we're counting from the bottom. It's actually, we have
That's
maps
still 2.
for this
Oh, yeah.
stuff, right? We have
We
1,
now
2,
know it.
and 3,
Okay.
right? We know that's what his are. On each sheet of paper in the corner, there appear to just be pseudo lines, like some scribbles, and I think that if we had all of the sheets, and each sheet has like 2 cutouts in the corners, like one's a star and one's a square.
Okay.
And my postulation is that if we had all the sheets and we aligned them and then we looked through them all at one time into a light, that these random scratches would actually create an image. It's probably a secret message.
More than likely a constellation.
It may be.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. It has to do
Yeah.
with the stars.
That's so funny.
Everything
No.
kind of
Stars
lines
or
up with
something.
that.
It
Okay.
lines up, as you would say.
So
Exactly.
we're down here. We just got down to level 1.
Everyone's still on the staircase right now.
We're all standing on the
No.
staircase.
That's what I was like.
Hold on. Wait.
You're good. I'm listening.
We're all standing on this staircase.
Okay.
Balthram was getting ready to step, and he's like, "Hey, those are symbols all over the floor,
Say the staircase.
and it kind of looks like the summoning circle-y stuff that you draw, right?" So, hold on, I'm getting
Okay,
this.
no, I was gonna take this
Oh
one.
yeah,
so
you
that
can
way-
have that one.
yeah,
Okay,
that's-
so
I'm
we're having this discussion about these symbols and how it reminds us of this compass rose.
We knew it looked familiar.
We knew it
Oh,
looked familiar, so
okay.
it looks similar. He just confirmed, as you were walking in, that yes, it does look similar. It is perhaps quasi-directional. It's trying to give us some kind of information, but it is not supposed to be a representation of this. This is a different symbology, although it does have a very similar
So it's similar,
feel to
but
this.
okay.
Well, just like this is kind of designed to give you cardinal directions. We don't know what this is telling us, but it's telling us something. That's
Hidden message.
and that's okay. Now you are caught up. Now we're all standing kind of here, kind of everybody's peeking over each other's shoulders. Balthram is afraid that this is a trap of some kind. So he's like, I don't want to go down there. And I don't know that I'm convinced that it's a trap.
We could.
I think it's something more for like
Fezzer
summoning or
stuff.
focusing power and
Yeah.
stuff.
We could toss a torch in the room and just see what happens. Just
I have a
something on the
torch.
ground just to see if.
So
if you
I'm
want
just going
Cheers.
to step out into the room.
Okay. You step out into the room.
Yes, I'll step out into the room because I really don't believe this is a trap. I believe this is some kind of a summoning circle. So I just kind of
Can you roll me investigation?
yes.
Because I'm assuming you're going to take more detail.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna walk out and kind of put my fingers on it. Yeah, I've not been rolling well tonight.
You just need like a 10.
should be over that, but I'm.
If you don't get it, someone else will.
16.
60? Holy cow!
I got 16.
So yeah, you'll go down. You'll notice that this is not flat. It's had some give in it, being the bottom floor and taking the blunt force of that. Like it's.
So the floor isn't perfectly smooth.
No,
It's
it is
rocks and.
no longer perfectly smooth. You would imagine, like, if this was, like, you're like, man, this would have been a really nice floor. And in the center, undisturbed, is the circle.
Mm-hmm.
It is perfectly flat still.
Okay.
And it has... I only have 2, so I can't do it. If you were to take 3 of them
No, I understand.
and do the 3, you could
I know how the 3 work.
3 into the ground.
No shit.
No shit.
Because I know exactly
what does that
what
do
that
for you?
Okay.
Do you have all?
I have 3.
There's also papers
Wait a
and
minute.
stuff
I have an idea.
littered around.
What if you put it in the ground and you twist it? Yeah,
That's
and
exactly what I
then it
was
lines things up, so it's like a giant
Oh my
lock.
goodness.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the floor actually turns underneath
And
it.
Yeah,
something happens.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
You could try it.
Okay. So I'll be right
I'm
back.
just gonna let you know I'm ready for adventure.
You gonna go get the 3rd one? Because I know someone else has one.
I'll be right back. Unless he's moved it.
Third one.
There's
Oh,
a
he
third
has-
piece.
There's
he has
someone
the
else
piece.
here has it, and Dave's been practicing, so he's like, when I get all 6, I'm gonna put them together like it's nobody's business.
That's funny.
I'm like, just wait till you pull that one apart on accident.
Mom got that kneeling pad thing.
Oh, she opened all the
And
gifts?
she opened it and she was like, oh, and I was like, yeah, that's for the garden. And she's like, yeah, I know what it is. I was like, no, I don't think you do. I was like, this is a walker for the garden. She's like, because she turned 60 today.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, she's like, oh.
Okay. So for those of you who don't understand
it's
what
an
we're
earring.
talking about,
It helps you get up, yeah.
this is the shape that I see in the middle of the room. That's exactly what it would look like.
Oh, I like the look of it from that better.
That is really neat from up top.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what it looks like, right? So I have this, that's in the ground, and then, hold on, these are in a, gotta get my rotations right.
Where do you buy those things at? Like certain place?
Oh, this particular puzzle?
Wooden toy
Just
store.
a wooden puzzle.
Yeah,
Wherever.
you can get, there's like 6 packs of those on Amazon.
Oh.
And there's different,
Yeah.
lots of different things.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
Just gotta hold these together. Oh, I put them together the
Oh,
wrong way.
I
You
think
put them
had-
together the same way, I think.
Yep, I didn't put them together the other way. Ooh, that kind of stays just like that.
There you go.
That's really cool.
All right, so I'm going to take my
This
other.
magic moment.
I'm going to take my other 3 pieces because I have an amethyst and a sapphire and a.
Oh, T for timeout. How did you get the sapphire one?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I
They
didn't.
finally rolled percentiles.
Did they?
I didn't. I didn't recognize, but the Frostbrand axe that I gave him or hammer, yeah, it had one of these pieces in it that was the sapphire.
So you destroyed it.
I had to take it back.
Yeah. He originally had the gem, a magical gem, like in his possession because he was before this he didn't know what it was worth. He's just like, this is a magical gem. I'm just gonna hold on to it. And so, in their backstory, he and Baltram got back into a corner, and Deckard's like, all right, grabs a hammer, boom, and he's like, fend off some skeletons. I got to do some work really quick. So they actually want you should read their backstories once we're done with this. It's neat.
So I'm going to take this. I'm going to insert this into the ground. Hold on. Let's see if I can insert it together. Hold on a second.
So yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I take it and I slide it in there, and it goes kink,
That's
and it
cool.
makes this in the middle of the room.
Wow.
And as Baltham's not here.
Yeah, Joe's missing it.
Okay.
Big sad.
Where is he?
I think he said he's gonna go.
I'm listening.
He's listening.
Oh, you need to see
Okay.
it.
He's omnipotent.
It's so amazing.
Where did that voice come from?
Ballroom, is that you?
your prison pocket's talking to you.
Okay, we'll just wait.
But yeah, I sent Joe a text. So you notice that one of the gems Decker's looking for is in your weapon. And then parentheses, knowing how obsessed he is about it,
He gonna
you
jack
know
that from
he's
you.
gonna destroy the weapon if you tell him. So you can decide when you want to tell him. And Joe kind of like debated, and then Joe responded to me with,
Yeah.
What did you tell me, Joe? If he's still there. If not, I can tell him.
I said that if I had knowledge that Deckard did not, and Deckard found out that I was holding out on him, he would probably kill me.
So he's like, I better just safe to just give it to him right away and keep my life. Since he's an information
Junkie.
whore.
Junkie at that point.
Junkie.
Collector.
Yeah, junkie. Yeah,
It'd be
collector.
junkie. Anything at that cost.
So,
Like,
Dave, did you remember the dynamite? Nope.
I didn't.
It's okay.
I didn't. I'm so
You're
sorry.
okay.
It's okay, I forgot the wrong.
Next time, like if you were thinking of it, if you'll text me on Thursday,
Okay.
because that way I'll remember and I can get it in the morning on Friday and bring it up here. Right? I mean, it'll just put it in
Okay.
my head.
No big deal. I
All
just
right,
thought
so
about it.
I'm going to take this and I ever so gently align all the pieces. This should just go together.
it did the first time.
Yeah, but since you're pushing, it's kicking out to the sides instead.
If I get it all aligned, there it goes. And it just goes shh.
And does it turn, or what is it?
Nope, it just perfectly sits in there. And when you do that, it kind of gives
Does it do
the
the
same
little glowy?
glow that you do, but it's not how yours goes, because yours goes, because it's still all connected. And this one, it'll go and like,
Kind of like almost finds dead ends because of the broken floor?
yeah. So you'll get this one lit up, this one lit up, this one, and that one. So
Oh, so it doesn't like do the whole thing.
no.
Okay, so I take these out, and then because the arrangement of them, I can put them in different orders.
The
Yeah.
colors wise? Like the
Yeah, because there's an amethyst and a sapphire and a what's the other one? Malachite.
Yeah.
So they're made of 3 different stones. So I'm gonna kind of pull them out and flip them around and then put it back in a slightly different order. Did any of the lights change?
Same thing.
Okay, so it doesn't seem to be dependent on the orientation.
Nope.
All right, guys. So the summoning circle doesn't do all the stuff it's supposed to do because the floor is broke. Could I cast mend over the entire floor like 400 times? Mend, 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 dun, da, da, I'm a mender. Mend, 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 mend.
I mean, sure, but
It's
in
not gonna
Deckard's
accomplish.
mind,
It's not gonna accomplish the task I'm looking for.
would mending rocks together fix a summoning circle? With the original magic that was probably used to create it. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
So,
But what
Could
about
there
if
be-
So
you
you
rolled
sure
a
could,
20?
but the answer's no.
a
Maybe.
piece of history.
If
Once
I rolled a 40,
Maybe
it might work.
Maybe if it takes certain gems to
No.
make it actually,
I think the actual magic that was originally used to lay down the summoning circle, wouldn't say has been dispelled, but it's been significantly disrupted
by the explosion. Possibly.
by something.
Okay.
the explosion notwithstanding.
Right.
Looking around the room, are those other doors?
Yes.
Yes.
Those are other
Yes.
doors.
Yes. East, west, and south.
We-
So I'm going to take these back out of the ground. I'm going to slide these back out of the ground and put these back in my pocket.
Okay.
Noting
Does the floor remain
noting
lit,
which
by the way?
lights came on.
No, it does
Okay.
not. They do not remain lit.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I mean that something we saw it light up. I didn't know if it stayed lit for us or.
No, as soon as he, it goes away.
Okay.
Becomes big set.
Well, I mean, we see which one's lit up. Right.
Yeah. That's interesting.
What? Oh, that it cuts out of the square.
That is interesting.
Maybe you'll need a square later. Now that I know.
And if you did it this way, it'd be cool looking too. Because this way, it's all, pointy man, pine cone, shrapnel bomb.
Shrapnel bomb is right.
Does that line up with another constellation?
These?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was wondering. I
Because-
don't know if they line up with the constellation.
I'm thinking this. No, because there were 4, I think, weren't there? On that
For
one.
the
with it.
for the one we had,
Yeah.
it's 1, 2, 3, and then an
Okay.
L, and then a bar. It's like
Okay.
bar L is what it
Yeah.
looks like. You have 1, 2,
What
3
floor
here.
is
and then
this?
these two.
This is.
This
First.
is level 1. This is all the way on the bottom. This is the ground floor.
I'm wondering if there's another constellation.
Is
It'd
there-
be a
that lines
different
up.
constellation.
Yeah.
Can we? So there's a ceiling above us, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Is there anything on the ceiling as we look up?
Nope.
Do we
I
notice
mean,
anything in the walls?
No. You have papers on the ground. You would have. I guess you would have some magical symbols, but nothing to Deckard would mean that it's actually
Meaningful.
meaningful. Like they'd be more of like, hey, this is the sensory ones. That if things get too crazy, we'll shut her down. Because he's a
Deckard,
powerful
does it seem to
wizard.
be safe to walk around everywhere?
In this room, sure.
Yeah, because there's
nothing here to hurt you.
there's papers and stuff rattled around that people will just, if they're carrying up and something falls off or if it doesn't look important, they've just been thrown around. So
Should we check the doors?
I think that's what I was gonna go do too.
Yeah. You want to just start with this one
Yeah.
and work our way?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So I'll walk over and investigate and see if there's any traps or anything like.
we're
on
gonna
the-
go left first.
left to your left.
I think it would.
My left.
This is the.
Yeah. No, I got you.
If
This
this is the west south,
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll go to
That's
that one.
where we come in from, where the box is.
These are also 10-foot doors. By
what
the way.
is this circle with the X and stuff? Do we know already?
The tower. The
We just know that
towers.
was the
the
tower.
impenetrable tower.
Oh, actually.
The one we can't get to that we are
Why
gonna,
don't
we're
we do
trying
that
to,
first then?
Okay.
Could.
That's where we're headed. We
Yeah.
want to get up there.
I think we're
I
trying
say
to.
we do that first then. We could just go straight across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up to you guys.
Yeah.
I just found that interesting that we couldn't get into something. I don't think there's been anything I've
That's
not
fine.
been able to get into before.
Then let's go south.
Yeah.
And I'll let you go first.
Oh god.
Because Deckard's not going first at anything.
And it is dark in here.
I've got
So-
dark vision.
Well, no, I'm saying for your thing.
Which one?
Yeah. You teleport.
Yeah, so is that door unlocked already? Like when I go to investigate it, it's not something.
Yeah.
So I'll have my lantern out, which gives you a little more light up there.
And I'll have my torch. Give more light towards the back.
Nice.
All
All right.
My cape is hidden.
The cape is awesome.
Thanks.
You just stand there and you're like, you flick your hair and then your cape's like.
So you're gonna walk
Yeah,
down.
so we're going.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Okay.
a hallway.
Yep. How far?
Let's say
At least
15.
Okay.
15, and then that'll be a. What did 15 by 10.
10?
So 10 this way,
And then
15 this way.
Perfect. I mean, it works. Actually, let's make these bigger because I did want this to be 10-foot hallway all the way down the thing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're gonna make these bigger. So we'll just double that. So that way they're fairly big. So it's a bigger room, yeah. So as you open up the door and your light cascades in, you look down this hallway. You're going to see.
yeah, I'm gonna slightly peek down the hallway. By the way, like I'm trying to keep us
There's
quiet.
going to be a figure standing there.
I didn't notice them while walking this way.
I'm just saying, like, you open the door. That's what I'm saying.
And
You
you see
open the
him.
door and you just see a figure.
So is this
standing
door something like weird? As I'm peeking in, is it something that one, I'm looking to know if the door makes noise, and two, if there's light coming from that direction.
There is no light coming from that direction. So, like, when you peek in, like, it's
You're pushing light
Really
into
So
the
so it's still a dark vision. I
Okay.
just see a figure.
yeah. By the time you have to have the door fairly open because the stuff's still behind you. But yeah, and
Okay.
then you just see an outline of a figure,
Can I tell what size or what it seems to be like as far as
humanoid,
Humanoid. Okay.
and you just see it just like pointing
Is it looking any specific direction? Can I tell that
like
part?
that way, where the one is pointed.
So it's away from me.
It's,
whatever this is pointing toward the wall.
I mean, sorry, not away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at her and be like, quiet.
Okay.
And as far as that, I mean, I'm still have my hood up right now.
Okay. Yeah, because you're super still.
And I'm just gonna lean back and just say, just tell him, you be ready. Like, just whisper that back to these guys.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to
Dick and Cat's fireball.
I'm ready to take a step forward. So I'll take a step forward.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go all the way up to the corner as quiet as I can and see what happens.
You'll see a third figure.
Okay, and do I see anything down this?
I mean, if you're gonna peek all the way around, you can just put it on one of the corner, or put it on one of them. Not in the corner, but either that one or that one. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so
Now, do I hear breathing? Do I hear...
Nope, nothing is moving. They're just still.
So,
these are.
Can't hear anything? They're not saying?
They're all gray.
Do I understand? You said humanoid figure.
So it could be statue, but at this point we can't. I don't.
The light's big enough now that, yeah, they're full gray statue.
They're
Like, now that
oh, okay.
now that
So,
you have enough light, the door is open, you have enough light there.
so these are statues.
They are full gray.
The statues are
But I mean,
like stone gray. Like
yeah, like stone gray. Like, until you go up and inspect it, you don't know what it's
From
made of. All you
where
can
I'm
see
at-
is it's gray.
Have hands up.
I mean, the first guy is pointing.
That's what I mean. He's like pointing at the
Yeah,
wall.
he's like trying to touch the wall.
But I mean, is it open palm touch the wall or fingertip touch the wall?
Point.
Like he's
yeah.
getting ready to press
Yeah.
a button point,
Yes.
or pointing like in a direction,
As a like touch.
as
to
if
touch
you were
it.
getting ready to touch
Yeah.
something. Right. Just trying to see it on my
Yeah.
side.
No, you're good.
so, I'm just gonna go. Psst.
Psst, psst. Yeah.
Nothing happens in the room.
You hear.
No, shh.
And your mouth squeaker will come up and be like.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Yeah.
If that's the case, I just want to look on the ground and see
You push
if
her back down.
Yeah, do
Okay.
that. But I'd like to kind of just investigate the area where we're walking and see if there's any other further, basically any traps or anything where we're stepping or
Okay.
walking.
Do a perception for traps or whatever it is the traps are.
Does he tell us about what he sees?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah, because he turned around.
after
and stuff
after I
like
made
that.
the
Okay.
whispering noise.
Can I use Divine Sense?
Yep.
Okay. I need to roll on that, right? Or no?
No, I don't think
I don't
it's
need
possible.
to, right?
No.
Okay.
Because that's inherently evil,
Right.
or is it just magical being, or is it does it have to be inherently evil?
Evil, celestial, fiend, or undead.
Are there commas between that?
Yes.
So evil, comma, celestial,
Says
comma.
you know the type celestial, comma, fiend, comma, or undead.
But it has to be evil and then those, right? I just want to
No,
get
you're fine. You're
full
fine. I
grasp
understand.
on
You
this
need
spell
to. You need to know
before.
for your knowledge.
Oh, where?
Which is divine sense is just celestial, fiend, or undead.
Okay.
Like that's it. It's not their class or their
Not their
alignment.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just celestial, fiend, or undead.
No, there are no celestial fiends or undeads present.
Okay.
Interesting.
Present.
And I'll just lean back. Hey, whatever these statues are, they don't seem to move. You said you want me to do an inception, perception, or
Yeah, for
investigation.
Perceptions for traps.
Yeah, perception for traps.
And then
Oh, I only got a 10.
You think the room is good?
Okay, guys. So far, I think the room is good. I'm gonna step forward to right here then, and
Okay.
nothing happens. Okay,
Nope.
and I'll just guys. Coast is clear. I don't think anything's happening right now.
Okay.
Like I think these are statues.
okay. So I'm gonna walk right up to one of the statues then.
Okay.
And like start
Pushing on it.
poking, push, feel,
Yeah, he's
texture.
full stonage right now.
But I mean, like, so I'm not a stone person, but I'm asking because I don't know the right words.
I
but
am. Yeah.
He's a stone man.
stone boy, what kind of stone is this?
Yeah.
Let me scoot
Investigate
over
them.
for you.
Yeah, I'll go to the one that Deckard said.
We'll call you up from the back.
Roll history.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be high,
Alright.
so you should get it. But there's a chance that you might not know.
13.
You know what I mean? 13, good
I
enough.
don't know. There's less than 10.
Yeah.
7 rolls in a row. Pow!
Yeah. Let me use inspiration on that.
You would know that this is the same type throughout your travels that a Medusa would use.
That's
You know, so it's not a natural stone, but it is a natural stone at the same time.
So this was a living being at one time,
Yeah.
possibly. Yeah.
Could be stuck inside there, still living.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kane, you see what he's pointing to is a Herodric ruin on the wall.
Okay.
I want to relay that to the group. When you
Is it a
So everyone knows that they're Medusa stoned.
and is that like as I'm shining my light around? I mean, as I walk around here, like are all of these like is that a thing we see? They're all the same.
And is it the same
They
symbol?
are the same stone.
Would-
Symbols are different.
Would
So,
I know?
but are they all pointing at symbols?
They are all doing something at a symbol. Not all of them are pointing.
But
Would
they're
I-
all facing a symbol.
They are all facing a symbol. On this one is going to be a 2.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay.
Yellow will be 13.
Okay.
And then that one will be 12. And then red will be 9.
Would I know if this would be something, knowing
We
that
can't
it's...
read these numbers yet, can we? Like,
No,
I mean, you
no,
know what these
Roderick,
are
he's
saying.
the only one who knows what it says right
So,
Okay.
knowing that it's, magical in nature and that sort of thing, would I know if it's something that can be reversed?
now. You don't know the origin of this. Like, you know that it is the same style as the petrification of a Medusa, but that would probably be like a super, like, level 5, level 6 spell to do reversal on that.
Okay.
Okay. So as I look at these statues, are they all oriented in the same? Obviously, they're all looking at a rune. What's the orientation of their hands and bodies in relationship to these runes? You said this guy's reaching out to
That guy's
like,
pointing.
point.
Another guy is just standing in front of it, and he has his mouth open. Another guy just has his arms crossed, mouth open, and then there's another dude kind of just like staring at it.
Are all their eyes open?
Except for, well, the red one's kind of squinting at it. But yeah, all of their eyes are open.
I'm gonna get out of the thing and blindfold myself.
Investigation again.
Right now. Just kidding, by the way. Not actually. But why is the tower the way it
13.
is?
13. Paint this upside down.
I went flying.
You're pretty acrobatic.
Yeah, isn't that pretty impressive that way?
You wanted to plant the banner upside down.
You know.
She's like, I'm the banner, damn it. I'm sticking my head in the ground.
Also, we'll do a party investigation on this one as well.
Okay. So I got 13. You want me to roll again for the
Yes,
party?
and investigation as well.
15.
Do what you said. Roll.
Yeah.
Investigation.
7 on that one.
Let's see. 26.
26.
Way to go.
So
First decent roll.
with your 13, his 26, you can determine that not all of these were at the same time.
Okay.
There's an age difference.
Yes.
Also,
There's different dust patterns on them.
so it seems as if these were moved. Like,
Well, they happened at different times.
all I'm saying moved is in the sense of like, if it was a statue, did somebody drag it on the floor? Are there marks on the ground?
There are no marks on the ground.
Okay.
So can we see these, or is it still dark? We can see them from where we are now.
Yeah, you guys are in the room.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
fully lit.
So
Yeah.
is all of their attire of the same period or time?
Yeah. It's the same people that you saw in the barns. The same leathers.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe this was something Fezier did.
Okay. So this is somehow they were trying to interact with this magic. They did it wrong. Had a consequence.
Yeah.
There was consequence delivered,
Yeah.
but people were doing stuff at a different time.
Yeah.
Okay, so these symbols, obviously, you told us to write them as numbers, but they're probably not actual numerals in the writing system.
Yes.
And that's what
They
I'm
are
saying.
the numbers that are represented. To you. You read it, and you know.
Thank you. Okay, so there's symbology, and I know that this is a 2 and a 13 and a 12 and
Yes.
a 9.
But to anyone else, it's
Not even
it's all
Squiggles
Greek
and-
to them.
It's
Squiggles
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ancient Herodrum, like old school Herodrum, but it's still base Herodrum.
It's old English,
Yeah.
not English.
It's English.
Okay.
She was all 6s and 7s. Decker, this seems to be your thing. I think we go to the next room. What do you say?
Hold on.
I'm gonna step over and just peek down the hall.
Okay. You're gonna have another 15-foot long hallway.
Okay.
And then it's gonna open up to another same size room. Actually, it's gonna be longer back towards you with an extra one.
This way?
Yeah.
So one past this spot.
Yep.
So,
So right there.
move your finger. Is this?
And then your door entrance will be in that corner. Yep. So if you want the black one for whatever it is. We got multicolors.
And
I
this,
mean, as far as where I see, this is what I
and
see.
this is
right?
what is this right here?
That's where you
This
found
is
the ladder
This
earlier.
is the ladder. Okay.
Yes.
So currently, this is just what I'm seeing. I don't see anything else down that yet.
Correct.
Okay.
I know this is kind of retconned from what you saw with your Kilrog's eye, but
I understand.
it was on the fly.
All right, well, let's press on. Lee, press on nails.
I don't see anything down this way, guys.
So,
Okay, so I'm gonna kind
you'll
of come
bring
over
it-
here and get your light so it'll.
Another-
If I
toss
push on
light
yellow
down here.
statue since I'm there, does it move or do anything?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
One of these days.
They're having fun.
James said one of these days he's gonna go and he's like gonna put Tide
Oh
around the
my
corners,
Oh
so
no.
they go slide. Go.
That's messed up.
I'll be right back. I need coffee.
So yeah, where I was here on this, if I push on yellow, does anything happen?
Oh, you can move him.
Oh, the statue does move.
Yeah, the statues are movable. They
Even
just,
though I don't know what this says, does this move at all?
No.
So it's engraved into the wall. What's it? Is
yeah,
it
it's
painted
engraved
like-
into the wall.
Okay.
What is it engraved with? Just like hand chiseled or like?
Magical engravings. It's very precise.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it's laser etched.
Yep, laser etched into the stone walls. Fizzior spent some money on this place.
Say, knowing that they're in a different order based upon age, we should probably not go about
There's nothing
doing
on
the
these
same things in the same
on
order.
these statues.
Do
On
I?
what? Just their normal.
They're
gear.
just
We probably
statues.
shouldn't attempt anything in the same
If you
order.
were to do it, your whole body would.
Like frozen in stone.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah, they were Medusa.
Well, like the oldest one. Don't start with
They
the
were
oldest one.
petrified in place.
Don't start from the oldest to the most recent, because whatever they did.
Okay, so what else do
Obviously
we
didn't
see?
work.
We see another person down
Yep.
here.
So I tried to push him and he moves. I can move him. I'm not very strong. I can move him.
And as
So
I see you do that, sir, do not touch the symbols on the wall.
I haven't touched them. I moved him.
I know, and I'm just saying, it's instant you did that, you're gonna hear me, you're gonna see me turn to you. Do not touch these symbols on the wall.
What do they do?
He just reiterates.
Just trust me. Do not touch the symbols on the wall. Unless I specifically ask you to do it.
Look, don't touch.
I think that what I'm saying is what I'm formulating in my mind, so you know what these symbols are going to do something, but they have to be interacted with a very specific way, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, is what way they interact. I believe that. So I'll explain to them that there's these mean numbers, right? So I'll explain like this means number, this means 2, this means 9, this means 12, this means 13. There has to be a reason that these numbers are here. There has to be a reason this symbology is here. And it could be tied back
That's what I was gonna ask you.
to this, or it could be tied to something else. We don't know. But all of these people have been petrified
They got stoned.
touching them. Obviously they did something wrong in the wrong order. So I don't
What I was.
Do you
shouldn't-
recognize
we
any
shouldn't-
of them from history?
You can lose your character with this puzzle.
You what?
You can lose your character with this puzzle.
What I was
just so
saying
you know.
is we obviously don't want to try anything in the same order, like the oldest to the most recent that they did, because obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like,
his Stone
like
Age, you could tell they were different.
say this was the oldest one, you know, and this was the second oldest. This was or this was the, you know, it goes
Right,
from
I
oldest to
understand.
most recent. Yeah.
Right.
We
We
don't
don't
wanna
want to do
it in
the same
order.
way they did it.
Right.
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 No, I agree with that.
So if we know the age or what's the oldest to most recent, we don't want to use that combination.
Do we know the age of the oldest?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, because of our investigation.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Let's go look and see if there's other statues. I am assuming we're gonna find, since it's been quiet and there isn't any motion down here,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
that
come
any
right-
other people we see, if there are other people, but there could be other symbols on the walls or floors.
Right.
So if you see, just putting it out there, if you see symbols,
Don't touch them.
do not touch these things. At least not until I can look at them and see what it is,
Yeah.
what it says.
or you will become one of those.
Well, there's a high likelihood you could get petrified.
You haven't discussed this character, right? I'm trying to think of how much details you've given them on Vezjor himself. From the knowledge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I've told everyone that he's a ridiculously powerful wizard. Most of the divination spells that people use day to day were either written by him or written in conjunction with him. So when you think of spells, like the spells that I have in my spell book, this guy wrote them.
We use them.
We use them
because we know how they're used.
He discovered them. He did the spell research to discover them. And so his ability and the things he has the ability to become attuned to and interact with they're well beyond my ability.
Right.
So when I say we're dealing with a powerful wizard, I'm talking about like he's kind of scary powerful. Like he is.
Right.
He's very well respected. He is. He is well documented. His capabilities are well documented. We have many books on this guy. We have books that he has written. We have all kinds of information about this guy. The Haradrim do.
Right.
So.
What did you say, Joe?
Nothing.
Oh.
So it should scare us. I mean, seeing this, because it very well could be he has put a spell on this stuff that is beyond like my magical ability to undo, right? Like it's not outside of the realm to say if he put a trap down,
right,
that I can't magically counter his magic, right? Like he's throwing spells around that I can't go. Oh, that's a second grade spell. I'll just undo that. Like no, if this is his magic, it can eat us because he's powerful.
Thanks for giving them the warning.
No, I'm just trying to phrase it so that they understand. Like I have a great respect for him because he does big magic and I do little magic. I'm a little magic.
So when I look down here, do I see anything like, or is it the same statues, Jordan?
Same statues.
Like not same people, but they're doing what we saw in the last room.
Yes.
Similar activities. Okay, so
I'm gonna move to the center too.
Okay.
Go over here and I'm gonna walk around and what do I see in these symbols?
Okay, so we're gonna put 16 at where you're at.
Okay.
In between the hallway going back towards me, so purple is 7.
Okay.
Opposite, the farthest one away from me is 23. And then the other one is 17.
I might have a way we can interact with these without issue.
You also...
And then the corner we see a ladder?
Yeah, there's a ladder going up.
And this is to, we assume, the tower that we could not enter in previously.
Yes.
Is there a hatch or is it just open?
It is brick, completely smooth, just like you found on the outside.
Where the ladder is?
If you climb up the ladder,
you hit the bottom of
the bottom.
That's what I'm, yeah, so that's what I was asking if it was open.
We think, because these distances are not to scale because it's a hell of a long way over there.
Right.
But we're basically moving down these hallways and we end up basically underneath what we think, distance-wise, is that tower.
Yeah.
So we think when we go up this, that we're hitting the floor of that same smooth stone.
Okay.
Because to my eye, it looks the same as what it looked like outside when we were walking around doing stuff. It's the same.
Oh, also, about how long have we been down here?
Not that long.
Not that long. I mean, you guys dug a hole. You came.
We got up in the morning. We came here.
Breakfast here.
Yeah, morning breakfast here, and
Maybe 9 o'clock.
Okay.
you know, if
Yeah,
we
9, 10.
started it at 8, you know, dig a hole, go down some stairs, loot a little area.
Okay.
It's been an hour.
Do you
Hour
think
and a half.
Fezir may have hidden some clues somewhere else in the tower to solve this?
Yeah, I mean, we may need to look in other rooms. I mean, I get it. The numbers don't mean anything to me immediately.
Okay.
I mean, you can take these two numbers, and you know, you're like, okay, so that's 30, and you know, 17 and 13 is 30, and 16 and 12 and 2 is 30. Then you have this 9 that's left over.
Why
So
30?
It has 99. Well, I'm just saying, if you add these up, it's 99. That's interesting. I don't know. I just
Okay,
I saw
didn't
this
know
relation.
if the
I
number
just
meant
saw
something.
this. I just saw this relationship. I thought saw 23. Saw that 30. I go, what else is 30? Like, oh, 17 and 13. That's 30. 16, 12, and 2. That's 30.
Numerology.
Right, I just
I'm
didn't know
just-
if you had a reason for 30. I didn't know if that's...
No, I just
Okay.
my eye was drawn to it as an individual, not as
Oh,
not
okay,
as
okay,
Deckard,
okay.
just as
Right.
like you sitting there. I mean, I'm just going, oh, these are numbers. I wonder if anything jumps out as
Something, right?
well. For example, if all of them were even and there was only one odd number, right? Something is there?
Some
kind of
Is there
pattern.
something that is just seen that could be overlooked, right? Were they all single digit except for one of them? Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know if, like, background or anything else you knew of something different. That's why I was asking that.
No, I don't have any.
And they all seem to be like trying to point to or touch.
do something.
the-
They're not touching.
Yeah, they're all in front of symbols.
Okay.
Except for yellow. Yellow's not anymore.
Yellow is
I
not.
moved him.
That's interesting. 25, 25, 25, 24 too. Because you have 25 here, and 25 here, and 25 here, and 24 here.
Well, I sprint past you. I'm gonna be like, hey, you should check the history of those as well and see if they have any
He would have no idea what these are.
statues.
Oh no, the statue. Oh,
Because
okay,
he
statue.
had history
Oh.
previously of
Oh,
the
yeah.
stone.
Could
I
you-
didn't.
The statues. Yeah, they're the same. Yeah, you
Okay.
can figure out.
Okay.
those.
So does he correlate one with another? Is when that's why I would have asked you
He
to
would
check that
think
out.
that room is older than this room.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So people started off digging with
there.
stuff here and then moved into this room.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want to start in that room.
Well, if you
Potentially.
did them in ascending order,
Right.
right? If you started here, you go 2, 7, 9, 12, 13, 16, 17, 23. But that's assuming that that's
That
the
it's the
correct
right
order.
ones, yeah.
When we investigated these things, I know they're stone, but do their gear have any markings of dating them? In other words, the guys we saw outside and upstairs, do their gear match those guys or not?
Yeah.
It matches.
It matches. Them.
So we can tell this is
Yeah.
what are they called?
Brotherhood of Zao.
Shugragon, yeah.
Yeah.
They are not Shahagwans. Shahagwans are fish people.
Oh, dang it. So we can tell that this is still Brotherhood people.
It's possible they may have sent these people in.
So, but do we all notice that? That's not just like a Deckard thing. That's we all would.
Yeah, you would all notice that you've seen these people.
I'm gonna ask
These-
Deckard if Fezir had anything to do with the Brotherhood.
Not that I'm aware of.
It's possible they may not even be able to get in here.
Because if the Brotherhood was trying to, just the reason why I asked that is if he was part of the Brotherhood, great. But if so, why would he do anything to his own people? He wouldn't. So if they're trying to get into his tower or his temple, whatever this is, they're trying to break in, do their stuff, steal from him, and he's like, "Well, here's the oh shit button." Beep.
It would be
Do you see what I'm saying?
out of character. From what I understand of Fezir, it would be out of character for him to be working on what is purportedly what the Brotherhood of Sao is doing. Supposedly the Brotherhood are trying to bring some demon guy back, right?
But that's what I'm saying. So that's one of two options. Either he was working with him, or the opposite. He wasn't, and they are breaking into this tower. The reason why everything exploded did what it did. This is the aftermath of what happened. So maybe he didn't.
It's
cause
possible. It's more likely he was working on some new spell research.
And blew himself up.
And there are magical artifacts left behind.
He's trying to keep people.
That they want to have access to help them bring back this bad guy.
So it's not that you could date it to Fezier's time. You just know it's old.
The equipment that they're wearing would not be worn in Fezier's time. So you know these people are from today. Like,
oh, so these are recent, like in the last 100 years or so. At most.
Yeah.
So
More
these
recent
are like
than the
friend-
600 years ago.
These are like our friends upstairs.
They are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
really
just
match
like
your friends upstairs.
I think he was trying to keep somebody out of that tower.
I agree with that.
What are these dots that are filled in?
Those are the ones that lit up when he touched the ground.
Okay.
When I put my gems in the
Gems in
ground,
it. Okay.
properly aligned, went plugged them in, then those are the ones that lit up.
I think we should check out the other room.
Yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah.
At this point, we don't know enough. I don't feel like I know enough to,
For sure.
unless it's just. None of these numbers are the same.
Is puzzling ourselves.
I'm going this way to this door.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back.
Guys, I'm headed to the next room.
I'll head back that way as well.
I'm gonna peek through that hallway and see what I see.
I go where Decker did.
Are you the rogue?
That's Jim now.
Oh.
No.
Where are you, Derek?
I'm right here
Oh.
behind you. I moved back that way as well. If Deckard's saying that those are dangerous, I'm gonna get away from them.
It's just that we shouldn't be touching stuff.
Yeah.
We got to be really careful about things we put our hands on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll go with you
scooped
because I
my
don't
moves
know
to do that.
I don't know that there's.
What do you say,
He was
Joe? I'll
here.
touch anything?
I mean, you can
Or I
move
won't
back,
touch anything.
But I actually moved it like my character
Right.
actually did.
That's why I never touch anything unless it's quick match.
Yeah.
He's a quick learner. He's seen crap happen when you touch fingering stuff.
He's ran with
I'm
Decker.
a wizard. I see lots of magical crafts when people start touching things.
All right. So we'll all head this way. We'll head east. We'll see what there is to see because I am not convinced that.
That you know a pattern, right?
I don't see a pattern, and I'm trying to communicate to you everything that's going on in my mind. Right? Like these are numbers. I don't see a direct relationship with these numbers yet that I see as meaningful yet. And we see statue people. So I think that we can infer that if you touch them out of order,
Jordan, tear your character sheet.
you end up being Stone Mountain. Right? I think that's what we can tell from here. But I'm not trying to like hide anything. These are I would have told you like these are numbers. That's what they're doing. They're writing numbers, but I don't know the reason. I don't have a relationship for what these numbers are supposed to mean. So yes, hopefully we can find number somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, what's in this hallway?
So we're going to do another 10-foot hallway to the side.
Are these also 10 by 10? Or are
Yes.
these 5 by 5?
No, these are all 10-foot hallways.
These are all 10-foot hallways.
These are
No, not that way, Dave.
I know.
Oh.
I'm just fixing the 10-foot hallway problem.
Yeah, I'll grab
Let's
you
see.
the other thing. Well, you can make this go a good ways because it goes a good ways, cuts down, and then makes a big square, and that's probably a 40 by 40.
This room?
Yeah, that room right there is 40 by 40. So
But I thought are we?
No, we're
No,
going
we're
this
going
way.
that way. Yeah.
so whatever makes it a 40 by 40. If it lines up to where that's the middle of the room, that's fine.
That doesn't change the.
No,
like
it's
the door can be here. Is what you're saying?
yeah. It'll be for the little backspace we have. Like
Not a
you,
big deal.
yeah, I'm not gonna.
Just draw that to the edge and background. Like, Yep.
So we'll make our way that way, and then
Making our way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
so we'll bring our.
Cause suicide is painless.
What?
It brings on all new changes.
No, Jonah's going backwards.
Oh, always.
Oh, that's not what you were singing? No.
No, I was singing Cheers.
Oh.
Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
Is that what are those? Get there 1 second. Because whatever it is, I'm just saying I'm relaying the stuff back.
Yeah. So
He's gonna tumble in and like Hulk smash everything.
you're gonna see a table to the right. On the left, you're gonna see a stone. The side of a stone circle thing.
Half arc, but like
Half arc.
going away from me, kind of.
Right. And then yeah, with the light you see in there, you'll see.
Yeah, Decker's holding a lollipop, so I can see dark vision plus lollipop.
Ah, yes.
Well, I do have it is bright light, 15 feet radius, so out to here, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
It's
But
bright.
The staff looks like it.
I know it is a giant lollipop. It is.
Yeah, I'm just making fun
That's
of you.
because I'm actually a member of the Lollipop Guild.
The lollipop.
Guild, the Lollipop Guild.
Those are my favorite.
We welcome you to the Lollipop Guild to Munchkin Land or whatever it says. Uh-oh.
More.
And
More
this is on the
symbology.
floor or ceiling or what?
Ceiling, wall, all the way around.
Oh, this is wrapped.
All the way around?
Yeah, that's a circle one. So
Interesting.
So, do we all see this though? It's not a magic sense or anything. This is like a.
right. No, it's engraved just like the floor, the other floor was.
Does it reflect back, as in like a magic hue, reflecting
It is-
anything, or it's just like
No,
it's
right
stone
now
engraved?
you just see the cutouts in the floor.
Okay, and I mean I'm gonna let everybody know, and I'm only gonna step in to right here and just, hey,
Okay.
this is what I see. And
To
let
the
them-
right, you will have a table. There's going to be papers and books on it.
Are there boxes to the left?
There are
To the left.
to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a box to the left.
Okay.
Everything you own is in
Is
that
there a
box.
socket in the floor?
That's
There
what
is
I'm
a socket
wondering.
at the floor.
Is there a hole in the bucket?
Don't
Eliza,
summon a
Eliza.
demon.
So, yeah.
So I'm
when
going
you
to-
perceive this room, it is going to be fully square, perfect square. There is
Cubic
burn
room.
marks. Yes, cubic room. There's burn marks, scratch marks along all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Burn marks and scratch marks.
Yeah, like
How
do
big?
we like
Scratches
divots,
being
dents, everything.
Like claw
Yeah,
scratches?
are they big as in like a dragon claw scratching, or are they like?
There's Mars in the
human-
wall. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
this is like
summoning
through the
some
stone.
stuff.
Like the stone is scarred.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just look over at here and check and see if I think that that's a like what this archway is going to.
He has told you before, whenever he did his first research, that that is a primitive, really primitive
Portal.
portal.
Okay, and I'm just gonna relay this info, and I'm stepping right back to here and just I'm being on guard.
Okay, I'm walking to wherever the socket is.
Okay. It's going to
And
be in the
I'm-
middle of the floor behind it. Yep. So as soon as you do that,
Yep.
it'll light up, do a full circle, all the way around, and you just have a field.
Oh, like a...
Yeah. It
Like
just
a-
did like
like
a
a
force
tube?
field. No, a force field. The whole, it goes all the way, lights up
Oh,
and
it's
around,
rook.
and then just,
It's
yeah,
a
like
prison.
it did Darth Maul.
So
And can
there's
I
a blue. There's
Tink,
a.
tink. Is it like solid now? To this touch?
Yeah, it's a magic.
I bet it's like a prison. Whatever he summoned, he kept it here.
Yes.
And there's burn marks and stuff.
Yeah.
Are there burn marks here?
Right over there.
And-
they're
No.
marked.
Behind you is perfectly fine.
So it's all in
Yes.
this cage.
Kiss your brain.
What was he holding in here?
Yeah.
What kind of basilisk?
Right. He was doing the basilisk stuff.
That was
I don't think those are-
fantastic.
Oh, stream doesn't see it. I just saw myself. Like, oh, it was a reflection. Couldn't even see out the window.
Dude, like Morse code.
But go on. What were you asking?
Yeah.
Were there any particular individual nodes that lit up, or was it all of the lines and all of the nodes?
It's just random. Like like the one far out there, it lit up, and others had power running to it. Through the lines that lit up.
Decker, do you still have that in there?
Yeah, it's still in there.
I'm gonna tell him I'll be right back, and I want to go out to here and see if anything else changed from the last time.
Nothing on that has changed.
Okay.
So it's still off. It's still dark.
I will come back and relay. Hey, nothing changed on the other circle either.
Are there any other locations in this room that appear to be socketed in such a way that I could do what I did somewhere else in the room?
No. If you're just looking at the room.
Well, I mean, like, I'm trying to look at the room, the floor,
What about
the
the
walls, and then, like, this portal-y thingy.
Okay, the portal-y thingy will have wedge shapes that you can.
Oh, like the
You
individual
can do
ones?
the individual ones into it.
Oh boy.
And this is the portal.
Yes. A cleric will fly out of it, even though he's really a.
I say, Decker, I
Yanked
say
out
you undo this, bring whatever it is, shoot it through, run over here and go and lock it in there.
Question. Yeah, I guess you could only access there's not like a key on the inside and a key on the outside.
Right,
Okay.
so I pull them out, and
Does
the
the
portal
food go
goes
away?
away.
Yep.
Does it make that noise and everything?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this is
Okay.
the coolest dungeon I've been in a
So
long
the
time.
question is, all you've all seen this happen. You saw this
Yeah.
force field, and I'm just gonna kind of ask Balthram and you all, like, I can take these and put these keys in this portal if you want to see where it goes, but I have no idea what's going to come out.
Is it things that come out, or do things go in?
I would assume things
I
go
don't know.
out
This isn't.
because of the prison.
This is not my magic, so
Baltram's just shaking his hand.
we could do this.
Depending upon what comes out, how do we get it back in there?
Well, I don't know that there is getting back
And,
in.
and then
Before you do that,
Genie in the bottle.
before you do that, I'm gonna
Joe's cracking his neck.
try and investigate
Let's
any of
go,
this
boys.
and see if there's anything else in this part.
Swinging my hammer shoulder.
because we
I
can't.
just want to see if this is just an open, clear room. Like if it's,
Yep.
is
Is
there
it-
feeding trough? Is there?
No, it's completely
My
clear
thought is
except for
if
the Mars
whatever
and stuff.
comes out, we can't get it back in, and then
But
if
we could trap it.
I know that, but if we need to abandon this site for whatever reason, whoever can come back down here and then see that obviously something's happened.
Yeah, just let it
I
loose
heard
on
about
him.
this one party who had a cleric that came shooting out, and it was only one direction.
That's just a myth.
Yeah.
That's just a myth.
I would
written in those
say-
history books.
If something bad comes out of this, we may be able to temporarily
Trap it.
trap it.
But
But I'm not leaving without these.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was about to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving without these.
Maybe we could leave it trapped until we leave this
Yeah,
area.
but we still have another hall
How
to
are we gonna-
investigate. We
Yeah.
can't do
I don't
anything
think you
else.
understand what he's saying.
I know.
These won't be left here.
Well, I'm not
Even
saying
temporarily,
permanently.
like
How about we
I
go
have to have
explore somewhere we can come back?
He destroyed his friend's hammer to
What?
get it.
Okay.
Like-
what if something were to be? I mean, are you familiar with these fields? What if something were to be in the middle of the field? Would it cut it?
I'm not familiar with
Okay.
whether or not it's
Well, we
the
saw him
field itself
poking
is-
it. He couldn't go
Right,
through it.
right, but I'm saying if something appeared, like would it?
I
Guillotine.
wouldn't
like,
expect that I do not anticipate that it would.
Let me hold out a. Does anybody have a staff?
torch. Just a wooden.
I'm gonna hold the small.
tables.
Huh?
Yeah, one of the yeah.
I'm gonna ask Deckard. I'm gonna.
There's 2 tables.
We haven't
Yeah.
we haven't done that. I'm
I
gonna
know.
flip the torch backwards and obviously not lit and use the small end to handle it and only put it like this far through and I'm gonna be like, go ahead.
And we'll go
Boom.
line it up. Oh,
Darth Maul
Wow.
sliced in half.
So is my torch? I see it drop on the other side, or is it stuck in there?
Hey,
No, it drops on the other
So
side.
it cut.
perfect.
Okay,
So,
so, it's cigar
whatever
cut for
comes
me.
through here,
we can just cut it.
exactly, and it would kill it.
And then what do we do?
that or it would make it multiply into 2.
That's true. Depending on what it is.
Well, let's
I mean,
just
the
use
head and
What about
shoulders
the-
might keep fighting, and the
Yeah.
the back legs might be scrabbling around in the back.
Yeah.
That's what the scratch
What
mark.
about if it can fly and we're not
Well,
quick enough?
I don't know.
Well, these things for me to try and put them in the portal.
You
I-
lose them.
Well, they're not. They'll still be there, but obviously you can see I have to align them properly for them to fit. They don't just go in there.
Second
It takes
matter.
a moment.
Yeah.
And so, if we do this, and something does come out,
How big is this portal?
Deckard, are you
Or
there?
how
It
big?
looks
How
like
big
it's-
is this archway that we're seeing?
It's a good 6 feet.
So we're not. We don't expect that something giant could come out. This is what I'm saying.
only one of Tiamat's heads could probably fit through here.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, doesn't mean it couldn't appear. We're
Or
just
it
saying
could get
that's
bigger
what
when
who's
it
to
comes
say?
out. Who knows?
like
Who's
pizza.
to say?
Okay, so
Guys,
before we do this, is there anything on these tables that we
Oh,
find
I'm
interesting?
glad you looked at the table.
Because
I don't.
Because
those
I don't
documents
wanna-
What
are
are in the
uninteresting,
boxes
Deckard.
and
Yeah.
the,
I don't need these.
on the tables?
Hey, guess what? You find another piece to your puzzle.
okay, what did I find?
Level
That's-
2. Because how many do you need
Oh,
left?
really?
You need 2 and
Oh, he's got that thing. Yeah.
We need
We're over here.
Yeah.
With lands.
3 and 4.
2, 3, and 4.
No, you just gave me 2.
I know, that's what it is.
I need 3 and 4 because I have no. Hold on. We had 5, 6. We have 1, 5, 6, and 8. So I need 2, 3, 4, 7. So we still need 3, 4, 7.
Okay, so you'll find 2 and 3 here. So you just need 4 and 7.
Okay.
You'll find a book of his portal shenanigans, and it's his diary and what he's done with it. And
Okay.
This is,
Ooh.
this is
Was this all written in his Roderick?
So what am I reading? Did many people die? Did he send people to their death?
he could never get it to truly work. Like, he had the base theory that Zany probably he read the theory and came up with a practical one. He could never get it to fully encapsulate.
So like it would try and come together, but he couldn't get the full.
Yeah, he couldn't get the
Sheet of-
formula perfect. Yeah.
Hmm.
So in your findings, he researched. I've done all my testing in the room behind me. Anytime I come up with new spells, they're always tested in a safe environment, so that way I'm not as to disturb the island.
Interesting. So that's why that room's all dicked up. He actually went on the inside and turned it on, put himself inside the room, did whatever he's going to do, and that way it's contained. If he survives, he can
Right.
pull the keys back out and leave.
Right.
If he doesn't, whatever magic was that killed him or whatever is contained in that
that,
space.
yeah.
You'll read,
Holy wow!
you'll
that's
read that
insane.
he's like, he has it on one side because he was fearful if he ever did something to where it turned evil, they would not have a way out. So that's why there's only a key on one side for his assistant to let out.
Hey, I got a question.
Hmm.
You guys ever done such evil, dangerous magic that you had to go to a pocket dimension to do it?
No.
Maybe we should not mess with it.
Have you ever done such I'm not gonna say what.
Stow it.
No.
Stow it away. Below
We're
deck.
streaming. I'm not
The
gonna
issue
say
was
what
you
just
weren't
came to
using
mind.
Deckard's voice, okay?
Yeah. All right. So we found more pages.
Well, there's the other door. The other.
Well, I'm looking at maybe if we go look on the other side, there could be more pages. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that we could find the rest of the pages because it could be. Now that I'm thinking, when I was saying that they aligned and the scratches may have shown us a picture, maybe those scratches will end up telling us something about these numbers.
Yeah, it's
Right.
possible.
Like they line up and the scratches turn out to be a 7 or a
Right.
3. You know what I mean? Like the scratches line up to be
Code.
some set of numbers that we can then do in there.
Right.
So they look like lines, but you know how you can write a 3 looks, kind of like a W. You know what I
said
mean?
they were-
It looks like straight lines.
There's 8 levels in his tower.
Mm-hmm.
There's 8 numbers.
Oh, you're right.
Look at that.
And now he has no cube to put things in.
Well,
You destroyed the socket. We're all gonna die.
And a dragon pops through the portal.
Look, it works!
Yes.
And it's Tiamat. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 levels, 8 numbers. Maybe there is a number per level.
Maybe there's a number that corresponds to each level, and you have to enter them in the right order.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we do touch all the numbers, and it could just be an order of operations.
Yeah, I just counted that.
Yeah. I don't,
And I've been counting this and seeing
Yeah.
if that has to do with any of this, and I can't figure it out.
All right.
To the West Wing.
Yeah.
So, Nico, don't go that far.
Oh.
You're the first one out, right?
Yeah, I'll probably be running.
So, as soon as you poke your head out, you're going to look down the hall.
Like, this way down the hall?
Mhm.
Okay.
There's gonna be a something.
Oh, there's always a something.
Oh, what the
So
hell?
as soon as I poke
How did we
here,
get a something down
So I
here?
turn
Guess
here.
we're basically behind
We
you.
lit it up in his safe room.
Okay, and so what is this? This something? That room's lit, right?
Wait, I thought it was.
So
wasn't
that-
when you pulled the thing out.
This room, if I was like, and I got to hear him, and I
Yeah,
stop and I
there's a-
look,
There's
the something.
torch, black hood, black cloak, kabuki mask. You shouldn't be here.
And he's
You'll
looking
see
at me?
Snap its finger, you'll see a white shine onto it. Snap it again, turns invisible, drops the torch.
What?
And that's where we will end the session.
What? That's not.
So
okay.
I'm the only one who saw this right now?
Yep.
Okay. Can, am I able to relay this now? Because I don't want to miss it out on remembering exactly what I saw for next week. Because I'll have like 0.5 seconds to say, oh shit.
Kabuki mask.
And then, like, I'm on guard. Like, something's
I mean,
going
if
on.
he yelled it though, or if he was saying that, I think we would all be able to hear it.
We would've-
Oh, it'll echo down this. There's no
So
sound in
everybody
here.
heard it.
Yeah.
we
Okay,
heard,
good,
We heard you
good.
shouldn't be in here.
And then torch hit the ground.
We heard him. We heard him snap fingers,
Mm-hmm.
and then we heard
He
a
sees
torch,
a white shine, and then turns invisible.
like a white flash.
No, white sheen
all over him, or just his face? All over him.
all over him.
But then he's gone.
Then he's gone.
Is it like chameleon? Like, and I can see
Like,
through?
invisible.
Or just invisible? There's two different, you know what I'm talking about? The chameleon, like,
So it's like a ghost.
you can see, it's still clear, but you can kind of see stuff.
Like Predator?
Yeah. Is it like that, or is it like gone, you know?
No, he is invisible, like gone.
So I'll just be like, kabuki mask, invisible. Just in shock, like what I just saw.
So
There
yeah.
you go.
And then you hear Deckard go,
So yay!
oh no.
I hope you guys are excited for next week.
Okay. I won't be here next week.
Yeah,
We're not. Yeah, we're gonna skip next week because Joe's going camping.
And I'm gonna be in Colorado.
He's in Colorado. So, in 2 weeks, we
So
will
yeah, I would
2 weeks
remember
physical.
that in 2 weeks.
reconvene.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll go from there. I am excited.
Wow. That is.
I hope I'm getting the
Scary.
blood pumping back into it. And we're gonna be rolling dice the next.
magical things are happening.
Do what?
Magical things are happening.
Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything.
Balthram doesn't like. Go away, evil spirits!
There we go. I just want to make sure I had a picture of this before we started.
Joe, where are you guys going camping?
That's the one you saw,
We're
Michael.
gonna go down to Brooklyn.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Oh wow,
Michael.
Michael.
That's the
That's
one
the
you saw.
kabuki mask you saw.
So you see
Wow.
black cloak to that.
All black, and then
Mm-hmm.
so basically I see nothing but a torch. Do I see,
Yeah.
do I notice hands? Like, is it a humanoid? Is it?
Yeah, you'll see hands. Joe, I think you can see it now.
That's upside down kabuki mask, but
Spin it all the way around.
on the Twitch.
Either one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
Holy
you.
crap, that's a lot more involved than I thought.
Yeah,
Lower.
the far right one.
There you
That's
go.
good.
Right there. That's what I see.
Oh man, that is.
Would that look like what I saw in the field when I was doing
Well,
it?
you don't know. You didn't see
Well,
it,
I'm
did
just-
Yeah,
He
dummy.
He just sees.
Are all kabuki masks the same, basically?
No.
I mean, are they? Oh, okay.
No, not all kabuki masks are the same.
Oh, okay.
So until
Wow.
you see it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able
All
to know
right,
that. I'd be able to
stream.
tell you kabuki mask.
Thanks for
Right.
hanging
Well, I
with
was
us.
just
If you're
saying,
on with
if
us.
you said that, I didn't know if it was all the same.
If you're watching this later, good luck.
Wow,
We'll see you in a
that's
couple of
crazy.
weeks.
Just especially because if we didn't hear them and